Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel of an everyday life of an Aspie. If you're new to my channel, I welcome you all with open arms, and I'm hoping with this journey that we take together with my AS OCD and the light will be basically a clearer, better understanding between us both, as well as me being an advocate, support person for you, and as a voice for the ones that basically is voiceless and hasn't been heard as of yet, with their everyday struggles. So long further ado, guys, basically I'm doing right now like a little journal excerpt right now based on the everyday things that I've seen right now, which is basically a little letter excerpt kind of journal entry I wrote, basically called Deal with the Changes I See Today. Basically, hopefully you'll enjoy this, even though some of this is just hopefully as a motivator, encourager to you all, regardless what it may be, and hopefully that, something that you learn from it, or just something that you'll learn about me as a person in general. So here goes. Dear to whoever is willing to take the time to listen to what I'm about to read or write to you all. I want to share this message and to start off that life isn't all that bad as it seems for the ones that are struggling. Or whatever is actually going on in your life, regardless of the struggles, of the highs and lows we go through in our lives. And how the world and people around us for it is changing. Like, for example, in the following way, I promise to enlighten you, guide you, mentor you, teach you, learn from and about you as you are learning to and from about me as a person, and to bring out the best out of you, as well as showing you that there is good in this world. All you got to do is choose to believe this, as well as in yourself. However, choice factor is yours. You're the creator and author of your life. However, sometimes, as we know, that most of the times of this world, a lot of the bad situations, circumstances that we may face most of the time around us arises in our lives, and as we can't forever be fixed or even being controlled. Some of these situations can be forever overpowering or overwhelming, and that sometimes we need to let go of what will be as the situation arises, as I'm learning now today. It's great to know that you would like to see the good in everyone and everything in this world today, that we all have to start, as well as inside others, I should say, because we all know that we all have to start from somewhere, and that no matter what life throws at us, however, it sure as hell will test us in everything, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Yes, we make mistakes, yet we're only human. However, we're not perfect, as when starting from somewhere begins and ends with us by choice factor. Everything happens for a reason, along with a season, and some things we tend to question or look for answers when the answers aren't there at all, when we have to face these challenges alone or with the support of our loved ones. Again, the choices is ours. However, life is full of mystery, as well as these answers will come in our life lessons that we've learnt. Hopefully within these life lessons that we learnt, we won't make that same mistake again. I've been currently away for a while to recollect all my thoughts to what I hope to share with you all right now from my heart and mind. However, my mind is going crazy after all my soul searching and thinking of everything, and can't seem to put my finger on this afterthoughts I've been having. I don't know why, as that's a mystery in itself, along with not having the answer to this, to be honest with you all today. I believe that there's a lot of things wrong in this world, yet who is it to blame? Even though we are always playing the blame game, blame it on society, blame it on the people around us, even though some of the factors that does come into place is obviously the people around us that actually makes that problem even worse. Why is there a lot of wrong in this world? However, I'm sure I'm not expected to wait for the changes, but hang on a minute. Where are the change? We are the future. We can make a difference in this world if we choose to, but why aren't we making these changes? Could it be that we're afraid of the change around us? Could it be the fear of the unknown and the uncertainty that comes with it? Could it be the insecurity within it? Could it be not wanting to get out of the comfort zone that we're in, or to get out of the comfortable of the uncomfortable, if this makes sense to you all? Could it be maybe just all of these that I'm addressing to you as these questions? You see, I don't know if you're ready and willing to listen to what I've about to say. That's been on my mind and heart for quite some time. right now, from what I can see, that the world is in a big mess and is in trouble. I'm not talking about the economy. I'm talking about the fact that on TV, on the news, a man said that if was like child abuse for homosexual couples to adopt any child that they would like in this world. I mean, come on. Is this really child abuse? I mean, this isn't child abuse for homosexuals to adopt. It's how the world will portray and show what's going on around us and get the wrong message across to other people, be it whatever it may be that the message was supposed to be sent on. And yet we ignore any messages or ignore the signs, basic warning signs of what's to come. Do we live in a world today where who we fall in love with are deemed suitable and appropriate to others when we know that we can't help to who we may fall in love with in the first place? Do we fall in love with basically to the ones that we love despite how we can't help to be loved, basically to those people that we love, care, support, hope and dream, etc., just like us, and raise a child in need? Then we know that today there are still conflicts and disagreements of certain issues, be it political, economic, versus personal issues that arises in our world today. Basically, for an example, there has been over decades about this argument about women and equality, being equal to men. Look at it this way, that over the decades, while we've been fighting this out for equality for quite some time, it has been more than proven, in a matter of fact, that we are equal in males some way or another, even if it's, not clearly addressed properly in this day and age. That's where the title woman empowerment comes in, however. Many men may think that us women have the power over everything that we say and do, when in matter of factly, there always has been the male that has been seen to the power figure, not the females. That's not where the world's craziness ends, however. Oh no, far from it. As you can see, that technology today, however, is growing fast and in demand, and also so advanced that once upon a time many of us would have used to use a brick phone to use as a phone, and now we have touchscreen phones and everything else alike in this that acts like a computer as a phone, as if it's the time and fitness device. We can finally get careers, however, for us females, and be our own, as well as males especially, be our own big company bosses. We can finally save lives to people who are severely sick, as health science and medicines are also advancing and fast approaching with the help of technology and science put together. As we can see now in the last few years, that gays, lesbians, homosexuals, and more of all these cultural of the LGBT group can finally get married in some countries, granting permission to do so. We can also say with the interrelationships that they can be finally accepted by others. This duty in situations wasn't accessible though in the very beginning, as we know it's just a new thing out right now for these homosexuals and the like though in that community to be married to the same sex. And sex versus the gender, if need be. This duty in situations wasn't accessible as you're hoping though, however. Christmas and birthdays are always a battle to see who bought the most or who's got the most money to splash out the cash. While the real meaning of celebrations, be it the birthdays versus, other public holidays, Christmas, Easter, and the like, is getting diminished, along with the values and morals instilled in us, maybe based on these, values and morals, as well as also another key factor here, spending time with our friends and family and loved ones as our partner. Time is our enemy, even though sometimes time can be our essence, but then we feel that we have to do everything in a day, being that superhero, superwoman, that we want to, save the day during that time we've got. Time and again, when this time isn't against us, though, regardless, we tend to rush around, basically, to get everything done in one day. As I said, dating and courting is now all about who's been sleeping with most girls or guys, instead of being able to commit, as I said so many times before, being 100% committed to just the one person in our lives. We just feel that I need and have to have more than just the one girl and guy that we get sick and tired of, just to get rid of them and put them aside on the plate. And hopefully once we return back to that, you know, plate of theirs, basically, that they'll wait up on us. This goes also for friendships, obviously diminishing of that meaning of friendships. You know, people abuse all these meanings, the definitions of these things. However, sometimes also when it comes down to, as I said, dating, courting, basically, with most girls and guys, instead of being able to commit and being able to get to know the person inside out, by the, you know, inside out or outside in, you know, connecting on a deeper level, you know, as well as not knowing the real meaning of these words, along with friends and friendships, as I said before. Women are now started to have careers over being a full-time mom, however, or being the, you know, mum in the kitchen doing the dinners and looking after the house, while the men are usually the ones bringing home the bacon. Well, vice versa. Now the changes are coming in effect for us females to hopefully have a career, being able to, you know, make do with ourselves as well, even though in this day and age, as I've noticed also for the single moms, obviously it makes it harder, you know, for the ones that just wants to have kids. Despite the ones that are career focused don't end up having kids because, you know, they're so focused on their career more than just wanting to be a mum. So therefore the idea of having children is put on hold, or they may just wait until they get older. Sometimes, as you see, that many females are older, some of them, and some are not, depending on, you know, the term of events of the changes coming into effect on that as well. Yet once upon a time, the X generation, if I'm getting right here from what I've read up on, were the baby boomers, basically in my age group. You know, it's, you know, where young females has a baby at a young age that takes away their life and freedom. However, along with many are now, as I've seen, married, if they've had, you know, partners still sticking with them by them as a single mom, or divorced if they did have a, you know, mom, and that is, you know, or not. But then again, basically, you question to the single mom reality, even though, you know, it still happens today with the single moms, you know, all these girls wanting to just get locked up and do it. But what is their reason and purpose behind it? You know, could it be just because they think that they, while they're young, they can actually be a mother and actually, you know, be able to, you know, create a better life for the better good for that child, vice versa, whatever it may be. But I'm not here to judge here. They have their reasons, however. Gay people can get married, and that doesn't stop them from getting bullied at school, however, because we know for many people that are gay or different to us, we all get bullied once in a lifetime. You know, because of them being different, sometimes it comes to the worst case scenario for the ones that are gays, lesbians, and then some of them might likely not be accepted by their parents for the fact of it, and actually get kicked to the curb, kicked out of their own family home. Even if, like someone said in one of the YouTube channels I follow, basically is that, you know, being raised up as a Christian Baptist, that his parents basically kicked him out because he just announced that he wants to be a transsexual. Now you go figure, you know. And it goes to show that some people will question the, you know, Christian faith about, you know, accepting homosexuality versus whatever. Another reason for that, though, however, to find that their parents are disgusted, maybe ashamed, they're not wanting their child because of their sexuality. Yet we question to why children decide to be the way they want to be it gay, lesbian, and turn the other way instead of being the actual gender type they are of being male or female. Meanwhile, the children turning gay then try to seek out love and happiness elsewhere, however. Interrelationships or interrelations are accepted to a point where there's still some rude, arrogant people around that will actually judge, talk, and think that it's disgusting and more. Because in today's world, everyone's trying to modernize and teach the old morals and values that were taught by the young ones. But the young ones, obviously, I should say, I'm reading it wrong, act like they don't want to listen or even care about what the elderly folk actually gives us and the values and morals and whatever they've learned pretty much to teach us. Because some of those old things may still be able to be available today, however. This world isn't fair as of the cost of essentials of rising, however, such as your health, education, your housing, and food. To fall in love, either you'll feel judged and rejected by others, regardless if you're, swinging the other way, be it a male wanting to fall in love with a male or what have you. To have a career, you will need to have to give up motherhood for that chance to have that career for the females. But the list is endless and continues on down the path there, and it's forever too long to share in this letter I'm sharing with you today. I guess I've beaten up the world enough though for now though of what I'm sharing. The question now is, how can you improve your own lives and others around us? What I'm going to say of what I've learned through my struggles and experiences is that life can't give you everything on a silver platter. You own your keep. You gotta learn to basically to work hard and earn your keep, even if it means, like they say, working from the ground up to actually become successful. Even though it is day and age, as I said, of these many changes, be it the economy versus everything else that's coming into place. Life can be so cruel to give you a small taste, and again, what you're do in your life, again, is based your choice factors and no one else's. You can't always blame your situations and circumstances, however, also on other people, regardless what it may be. You need to take that accountability and responsibility for your own actions, regardless what it is. Your choice is yours, however, if you want to grow and improve yourself, or just, shrink yourself down and just suffer to where you're at right now. Maybe you need to look at it from a different perspective, however, along with the right attitude and mindset with that different perspective. Or you can just hate it with so many negativity and all these other mixed emotions, be it anger, hate, and everything along the way, and be not willing to accept these changes or to change these changes yourself, about yourself, as well as just accepting the challenges along the way. Humanity is all about accepting everyone for who and what they are, no matter what race, gender, sexuality and all that comes into place. Do what we love and enjoy ourselves with, be there for others in need when we can, though, however, but be wise to know who actually needs our help the most, because this is what I'm learning right now in this day and age, regardless of what I shared with you all so far in my journey with Asperger's syndrome, with my caring, loyal nature. We need to count our blessings, however, of what we've got. You don't know until it's gone, regardless what it may be it if you were in a relationship and then you decided to leave that person, and then all of a sudden you might have that doubt or regrets of letting that person go in the first place. You felt that maybe there was something there, even though you maybe have been in denial about it. Say thank you to everyone we meet, no matter who it may be. Thank the waitress for serving our food. Thank the people around us, be it, if we were in a meeting, basically. Just show our gratitude towards others, however. Also, give them gratitude and respect along the way where it's due, however, of what they've done for us. Maybe do something in return for them, because you never know, basically, regardless of what they may be going through silently, we could probably be of their help too. Appreciate life. We're maybe in a world of uncertainty, and all that, but along with, the hate and all this that gets fed upon us, only we can change it. As I said, we're the future, we are the change, so the change should start now somehow, one way or another. Enjoy being with friends and family, enjoy your day and start your day on a positive, not a negative. Well, that basically ends Dear World, how the changes I see today. Basically, give me a like for thumbs up for support, for engaging. Feel free to share my videos around to family and friends. Feel free to do this if you feel they have to. If there's anything that you feel that in your close to your heart to basically, do, if it's commenting below to me, just engage with me regardless. Also, private message me on Facebook, AspieAnwersAll, or even on the, direct messaging versus YouTube or what have you. Trying to do daily vlogs, but as you can see, some of the days are slipping at the moment, so I'm thinking I might have to change my schedule, but I'll let you know what's going on, because I'm thinking right now, before I end this, is to maybe do my schedule as maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or I don't know, Tuesday, Thursdays, maybe, even though I would love to try and keep it as a daily, But then again, you know, it's up to you guys how you want it, you know, especially if it's some things that I feel close to my heart to share with you. But in all further ado, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Until next time, do what you love what you do. I'll see you all again soon.